And 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Folks, how you doing? How you feeling? Welcome to this week's episode of Search and Report. I am your host, TrueFernie, the one and only TrueFernie. What's up? How y'all doing? I'm sorry I've been late. I'm sorry I've been kind of out of whack, but I am in the process of a little bit of a transition as far as like my personal life, my work life. So, just taking it day by day for now. But yeah, I didn't talk much about the Nintendo Direct. I did a reaction video. If you didn't see it, I'll link it up here if you're watching the video version over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TrueFernie. As well, if you're listening to the audio version, thank you for listening to the audio version, but you can listen to this episode on the go on Spotify and your favorite podcast listening apps out there, because there's so many, I can't keep track, man. But without further ado, let's get straight into my first segment of Search and Report, which is what have I been playing? Yo, nothing has changed, to be honest, from the past episode that I did with AJ from Fanatics 4. It's a little bit of a name drop. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I've just been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Nothing has changed from that. I'm trying to complete the Pokedex, the research level for every single Pokemon. I'm trying to bring it up to 10 for each Pokemon, so I can get the shiny charm and start farming these shinies. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, I did play Ollie World. I finished that game. That's pretty sick. It's a little bit of I don't know what to even call it. It's a side-scrolling skateboarding game. It's kind of like Tony Hawk, but it's a side scroller. It's a little bit weird to explain. You got to check it out. I'll post up some footage that I got from the game. Or actually I won't. I just put up the trailer right now because I played that game completely on handheld mode and I didn't capture any footage now that I remember. But it's fun. Skateboarding games I've always loved. I used to skateboard when I was a kid, and Tony Hawk was a huge part of my childhood growing up, especially the video games. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking that game out. I don't know if it's worth, I think the price tag is around $35 to $40. It's a bit of a short game. I hate getting into these whole like what's worth as far as video game goes. I hate that sort of talk, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I kind of felt that $40 was a little bit overpriced. Just in my general opinion. I'm not saying that the game isn't worth that. It's definitely worth that. But I think it's a very niche type of game. But besides that, I haven't been playing anything else. Horizon Forbidden West did release this past Friday, as of recording. Today's February 20th. And I've been kind of debating whether I want to play that game right off the bat or if I want to wait for a discount. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn. I didn't play it till like 2019, a couple of years after its release. And I loved it. I love open world games. If anything, I absolutely adore Breath of the Wild. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And, Horizon Zero Dawn, I mean, it's another open world game. You can craft materials. You can, go around the world scavenging for materials. There's a lot of exploration to be had, and it's fun. It's fun. But I don't know, man. There's something about Horizon Forbidden West that is just not capturing me. Like, I see every single video that I see about this game, it just reminds me more of Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, it just feels like DLC to the game, Like, I don't see what's new about it. I mean, I think the grappling hook is pretty much it, and I think the graphics are a little bit better, and I think the movement is a little bit more fluid. But I've been seeing like first impressions from people, and people saying like, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing but prettier. And I'm like, do I really want to pay $60-$70 for what is essentially, I don't know, just DLC? That's my that's just my uneducated opinion, because I have yet to play the game. I ain't gonna buy the game. I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm gonna buy the game because I have friends saying that it is a beautiful game. It's amazing. It's more of the same. And Horizon Zero Dawn is a great game, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just not there yet. I'm not just not there yet. I don't know if I'm in the right mentality to like just dump another 50 hours, 70 hours into another game. And I'm still playing Arceus, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I really don't like juggling games. And I don't know, there's just something that hasn't captivated me from Horizon Forbidden West, but I'm definitely gonna be playing it. I don't know yet. I don't know. But that's pretty much it. I haven't been playing much besides that. I got to do a network test for the Nintendo Switch Sports. And apparently I can talk about it because Nintendo made me sign something. When you downloaded the network test game, it literally said you can't share this on social media. Still did that. And you also can't talk about it to a certain extent, but I will say it's more of the same. It's Nintendo Switch, it's Wii Sports, but with a new coat of paint. To be honest, the controls are pretty responsive. The online matches were great. I didn't have any issues. There wasn't any lag. It was pretty smooth. I was surprised, and I played like 45 minutes worth of that game, of that play test, and like my girlfriend can attest to it. I was hype. I was hype, man. Playing bowling. I love bowling. I love bowling in Wii Sports. I love bowling in Nintendo Switch Sports so far. So I'm excited for the release of that, and hopefully the online gameplay stays as smooth as it was in the play test. So network test, sorry. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for upcoming games as far as the first half of Nintendo. First half of the year Nintendo has for us, man. But without further ado, why don't we talk about Nintendo games? Why don't we talk about Nintendo games, and we talk about the Nintendo February 2022 Direct we just had last week. Now, I did a reaction video. If you want my unadulterated reaction to the Nintendo Direct, I'll link it up below, down in the description below. But yo, this was one of the best Nintendo Directs in my opinion. It didn't have Zelda. It didn't have Breath of the Wild, which is what I've been expecting to hear more about for 2-3 years now. But at the same time, I think this was a pretty solid Nintendo Direct, especially from the last one we got, which was back in September, I believe. That one was also a great Nintendo Direct, but this one, I don't know, it just felt very concise. It felt very, like it worked together. I don't know, it just felt very entertaining to watch, and it just made me so excited for what's to come, at least for the first half of Nintendo. But without further ado, let's get straight into the news, the things that were announced here. Kotaku did a little summary here of everything that was released and announced at the Nintendo Direct. First of all, we got Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is getting a Warriors Muzu style spin-off game. Fire Emblem Three Hopes, I think it's called, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I mean, I always thought that Fire Emblem Three Houses, I mean, it's a strategy game. Fire Emblem games are strategy games through and through. But I don't know, like, I'm excited for this, mostly because I think that just Fire Emblem lends itself to this sort of stuff a lot more. I think it's a lot better a play style for Fire Emblem. You're playing as knights, as warriors. Like, a Muzu style is the way to go. I never got to play Fire Emblem Warriors, but I've never heard anything bad about it. So I'm sure this game is going to be just as incredible, and I hope it is, because Fire Emblem Three Houses has captivated me. I haven't beaten it. I'm still going through it, but it's a great game. It's a great game. It's a great story. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, I'm excited for Fire Emblem Three Hopes. I don't know if I'm going to get it right off the bat. It's not a day one purchase for me. I love warrior style games, but I think I've had more than enough with Higher Warriors and Age Calamity. Like, I'm done with Warriors for a while. It's fun, but it can get repetitive pretty quickly. And to be honest, like, I just don't want to spoil myself with so much Warriors like games. Like, I'm impressed by Koei Tecmo's ability to release quality Muzu games like every single year, it looks like. But like, yo, Nintendo, please chill. Like, we get it. Like, a lot of your games, it can be made into Muzu style games, but relax, okay? Um, we also got No Man's Sky that's coming to the Switch. I was impressed by the quality of this game. The way it looked, it just looks so good. I actually thought this was going to be a cloud version because of just how good it looked. I was like, there's no way this is running natively on the Switch, but lo and behold, it is. It is coming to the Switch as its own thing. It's gonna, it's gonna be a full-on game, and it looks beautiful. People, we all know this history behind No Man's Sky. It released. It wasn't a good game at the beginning, but like the developers really put a lot of effort and love into this game that it's now apparently a masterpiece. People love this game, so I'm excited for this. I'm excited for No Man's Sky. Now, this one was the biggest announcement, and it got ruined for me. Like, I wasn't able to react to the direct as it was happening because I was at work. But somebody, I'm not going to say who, it's a creator. I follow them on Twitch, and they put it right on their title, man. Nintendo Mario Strikers to the Switch. And I was like, bro, come on, man. Like, I understand, like, it's not really a spoiler because everybody's watching this thing, but yo, can you just say some generic, bro? Like, we know there was a direct. Damn, bro. Sometimes I get upset. I get upset at those sort of titles, but hey, this is a content creation. It's the business of it. You gotta captivate people. You gotta get people with your titles and shit. But yeah, Mario Strikers is coming in on June 10th, and I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. I got to play the first Mario Strikers, and I loved it. I'm a huge fan of arcade sports styles games. I love Sega released back in the GameCube era a soccer game. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was pretty similar to Strikers, and it was great, man. It was one of my favorite games on the GameCube. Mario Strikers as well is one of my favorite games. Like the little that I played of it's like one of my favorite style of sporting games. And this is why, I've made a video about how sports and arcade games kind of need to make a comeback because, to be honest, it's really fun. It makes sports games. I mean, I know there's people for, there's a demographic for everything. And some people love the more realistic sim style sports games, but arcade style sports games, man, are some of the most fun you can ever have with video games, specifically sports video games. So Mario Strikers Battle League looks great. It looks hella aggressive, and I'm excited for that. I can't wait. I love that you can set up teams, be part of like a guild of some sort, and play matches with your team. It's great. I'm just excited for this. I can't wait. I enjoyed Super Mario Golf Rush. No, what was it called? I don't know, Mario Golf, the one for the Switch. And I enjoyed that thoroughly, but I think Strikers is one of the best arcade style sports Mario games. I mean, in the franchise. So I'm very excited for this. I can't wait. It looks great. We got a Chrono Cross remaster coming to the Switch on April 7th. I know Chrono Trigger is huge. I haven't played those games. Yo, I'm excited for you guys. I'm not going to say much. Wii Sports is getting a sequel on the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch Sports, which I already talked about. It's great. I can't wait for it. It's fun. It's exciting. I just wish they made the characters that you use a little bit more me style. I like the style that they came up with. They look a lot more modernized avatars, but at the same time, I think that a lot of the charisma of the Wii Sports games were the Mii's that you were able to play as yourself. So you can still play as Mii's in the Nintendo Switch Sports, but they look kind of goofy because it's straight up just a basic ass face on a very detailed body model, and it's like, I don't know if this fits like the art style. It's a little weird. We got obviously the biggest announcement of the whole thing is Xenoblade Chronicles 3 that is coming to the Nintendo Switch in September. Monolith Soft, of course, they've been helping out with Breath of the Wild. They've been helping out with a lot of the mainline Mario games. Mainline Nintendo games. So I'm impressed with just how quickly they pushed out Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out in what, 2017? 2017, 2018, I want to say. So that's not a lot of development time, to be honest, to come out with another mainline Xenoblade Chronicles game. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I've never played any of the Xenoblade Chronicles games. I kind of want to get into them, but I kind of expect that I already know it's not going to be my type of game. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the art style. I don't know if it's the type of game, because I mean, I mean, it shares a lot of similarities with Breath of the Wild. At the same time, it's still like a full-on RPG, JRPG. So I don't know. I might have to check out a few things. I don't even know if there's a demo for Xenoblade Chronicles, but if there is for anyone, any of those games out there, I'm definitely going to check it out, because it looks good. It looks great. Xenoblade Chronicles games always look great, and I'm impressed with what Monolith Soft always creates with Xenoblade. We also got Mother Earthbound being added to the Nintendo Switch Online. I know this is huge news. People have been asking for this for so long. I started playing the Earthbound, for the one for the SNES, and I can see why people like these games. I can see why they adore these characters as well. But yeah, finally we get Earthbound on the Switch. Now we just need Mother 3. We got Mario Kart 8 DLC, which was hysterical to me. This was hilarious, man. Like, people have been asking for Mario Kart 9 for the longest time. Like, Mario Kart 8 has been on the market for like what, 8 years or so. It's been out for quite some time. Like, Jesus Christ. So it's just funny to me that Nintendo saw, like, I think they didn't expect just how big and how popular Mario Kart 8 was going to be, especially on the Switch, that now they're like, yo, we can't release Mario Kart 9 because we would cannibalize our own game. Why don't we just do DLC? Why don't we just remaster some of the old tracks and put them on Mario Kart 8? But that's what we're getting. We're getting 48 new tracks, which I think is great. I think is a great value for $25. 48 courses, which is double the courses that Mario Kart 8 currently has. And also, if you're already have a subscription to the Nintendo NSO expansion pack, these are going to be free. These are going to be included in your subscription, which I applaud Nintendo. I think they should have done this from the beginning. They should have listed what kind of DLC is coming, at least the titles. I think if they would have said like, yo, DLC for these titles are coming to the Switch, and they're going to be part of the NSO expansion pack, I think they would have saved themselves a lot of headache, a lot of bad publicity, if they would have just been right off the bat, hey, besides the Animal Crossing DLC, we're going to get Mario Kart DLC. We're going to get all of these new titles, mainline titles specifically, which I think is a huge, huge, huge thing. It's a huge, I don't know, just a huge benefit, to be subscribed to the NSO expansion pack, which I just don't know why Nintendo just doesn't know how to market their services, man. Like, seriously, they just love to create bad publicity for themselves. But the booster course pass, which is going to include 48 courses, is coming. I think, when is it coming? I think it's coming in March. It's going to come out in waves up until the end of 2023, much like Super Smash Bros. Did it with their DLC characters, which is exciting. Like, it gives so much life to the game. It's just going to be great. I'm sure there's going to be a surge in people buying this game and playing this game, and it's going to be the most sold Nintendo Switch game of all time, if not the most. I don't know. Like, it's crazy to me that Mario Kart 8 still constantly is on the top of the charts for all consoles as far as sales. It's crazy to me. Portal and Portal 2 coming coming to the Switch in 2022. Great games. I think they're great for the Switch. The Switch is a perfect console for this type of game. Triangle Strategy, please just release this game. I'm tired of hearing of it. They need to change the name though. Alive, apparently that's how you say it, is coming to the Switch. I have never heard of this JRPG, but apparently it's kind of a cult classic. But as soon as I saw the trailer for this thing, I was like, yo, I need to buy this. This is going to be a day one buy for me. It's just amazing. It just looks beautiful to me. The HD 2D art style just really captivated me. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so beautiful to me. And especially like the premise of the game, the premise of the story, it just makes me very, very interested. Like, you going to these different time periods and like playing as a different character. I don't know. I just feel like it just looks really cool. That's all I'm gonna say. It just looks really, really cool. I'm excited for this. I think it's cute. I think the art style is amazing. The HD 2D, I loved it with the Octopath Traveler. So I'm excited for this. This is definitely a day one buy, and I can't wait. I can't wait to check this out. Come on, Kotaku, why you bring me all the way up to the top of the page? Klonoa, a cult classic as well, is coming to Nintendo Switch on July 8th. We got finally mouthful mode from Kirby. This was hilarious, man. Like, this game, first of all, it looks beautiful. I cannot wait for this game to come out. I'm gonna go sicko mode on this shit. I don't know why I said it like that. I apologize for that. I can't believe I just said that unironically, bro. But this game looks beautiful. I'm gonna play the hell out of this game. I don't know if it'll be able to compete with other 3D platformers like Mario Odyssey, but we'll see, man. We'll see. You know, Kirby games are really, really fun. They're great. And now with Mouthful Mode, yo, what's up? That's kind of kinky. Uh, I don't know why they came up with that name, man. Nintendo, man, y'all need some better naming. I don't know, naming director. I don't know what to call them, branding directors. But Jesus Christ, man, calling this Mouthful Mode was a hoot and a holler on the internet. But the game looks beautiful. It looks great. I'm excited. It just looks like a great game. I can't wait for this. I just cannot wait for this. This is coming March 25th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, March 25th. So I am very excited for that game. It is definitely a day one buy as well. There were a lot of great announcements for this. Front Mission, I don't know I don't know anything about that. Splatoon 3. Yo, listen, I love Splatoon. It caught me by surprise when I played Splatoon 2 last year. I was like, yo, what have I been missing, man? But Splatoon 3 looks more of the same, man. Again, with the same thing as Horizon Forbidden West. It just feels like it's DLC for Splatoon 2, man. It just hasn't captured me. Like, it's more of the same, which is great, but the art style is similar, the graphics are similar. Like, it just feels like DLC, man. And at this point, there still hasn't been anything that's been like, yo, this is definitely the next mainline game. Like, this is something completely new. No, it just feels more of the same. But we'll see. Like, we'll see once the release actually comes out. Like, even like this trailer, like, it kind of looked a little rough in my opinion. Like, the art style, the graphics, it looked just really rough, and I was like, this can't really be the next iteration of Splatoon 2, man. Like, there's just nothing capturing me. It's just more of the same. But yeah, I hope there's an actual surprise for this game. I just hope it is, you know, an actual upgrade and it's just not more of the same, because that'd be really disappointing. But yeah, excited for this one. I don't think we got a release date yet for Splatoon 3 yet. So there's nothing more to wait. Advance Wars 1 and 2, April 8th, just released that game. It's been too long. Like, just release it. I hate when developers announce a game way ahead. It just annoys me. Like, more than excited, it just makes me upset. Metroid Dread got a free update. They got Dread mode, which is just a one-hit mode, which I'm never gonna play because fuck that. But they also got a rookie mode, which, you know, if you think Metroid games are too hard, like myself, you can play in rookie mode, which is totally great. Yeah. I'm excited for Metroid Dread. I really hope it continues to be pretty successful. I think last I heard it's nearing the 3 million mark for sold copies. So that's great. It's great to see that a kind of like a forgotten franchise is coming back and is making a great comeback. And if you haven't played Metroid Dread, what are you waiting for, man? It's a great Metroid game. It is honestly one of the best Metroid games I've played in a while. And I've only played a few, but I don't care. It is the pinnacle of Metroid games. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much the Nintendo Direct recap. Overall, solid Nintendo Direct. Not gonna give it a grade, a letter grade, because the internet hates you giving your opinion on shit. But yeah, overall a solid Direct. A lot to look forward. This is only like the first half of the year for Nintendo, which is stacked. It is completely stacked. And it's making me hopeful that they're holding off a lot of the bigger announcements like Breath of the Wild for around the June mark, which is when they usually, they would do E3 and they do their own Nintendo Direct. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Nintendo. I hope that the news item that I'm about to talk about next isn't I don't know. Like we already talked about the good about Nintendo. Let's talk about the worst about Nintendo now. So it's come to light. Nintendo announced that they are completely shutting down the 3DS and Wii U eShops, and they have no plans to offer classic content in other ways. So if you have your virtual console games on the Wii U, you might as well download them right now or buy whatever you haven't bought, because they're completely taking it down, as well as the 3DS, which is complete bullshit in my opinion. Sorry about the French, but it is complete bullshit, man. I just don't understand a lot of Nintendo's decisions when it comes to legacy content. Like, why don't they ever want people to pay money for these things? Like, they make it so difficult to buy these games, to support Nintendo as a whole. Like, where are you gonna get Majora's Mask 3D? Where are you gonna get Ocarina of Time 3D once the 3DS shop shuts down? Cartridges are, they're limited, and I don't know, as we've seen like with trends of people selling old cartridges, old games online, they're gonna be very expensive, and Nintendo isn't making a profit off of those cartridges. So why wouldn't you keep these digital marketplaces open? I don't understand it. Nintendo stresses the hell out of me. They annoy the hell out of me. But yeah, let's get into it. Here, Nintendo Life posted what Nintendo's press release said. As of late March 2023, it will no longer be possible to make purchases in Nintendo eShop for the Wii U system and the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. It will also no longer be possible to download free content, including game demos. Furthermore, as this date draws closer, related services will cease to function. As of May 23rd, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a credit card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop on Wii U or the Nintendo 3DS of family systems. So, right off the bat, you don't actually have a whole year to buy these games. You have less than a month. No, you have 2 or 3 months. By May 23rd of 2022, you will not be able to add funds to your account so you can buy other stuff in the eShop for the Wii U and the 3DS. Furthermore, as of August 29, 2022, it will no longer be possible to use a Nintendo eShop card to add funds to an account in Nintendo eShop on Wii U or the Nintendo 3DS family of systems. However, it will still be possible to redeem the download codes until late March 2023. It's incredible, man. It's incredible to me, the decisions behind this. First of all, I don't know why they decided to do this. I really do not know why. And especially, I think it's worse that they're not offering a solution. They're not offering an alternative. They're just saying, hey, we're completely shutting it down. And if you don't buy your games by specifically May 23rd, if you're using a credit card, and August 29th of this year, if you're adding eShop gift cards, you won't be able to play any of these games ever. Like, there's a couple of games no more than a couple of games on the 3DS and the Wii U eShops that are not available anywhere else. That's it. They're just on those systems, and Nintendo they're not giving alternatives. Like, they literally released an FAQ about this decision, and they literally said that they are not offering any other alternatives to access these sort of games. They deleted the FAQ because they saw just how bad it looks. So they're aware of just how bad this business decision is, and I just don't understand why they don't offer alternatives. I just don't know what kind of mentality, what kind of business decision is behind this. You're basically forcing people to get your games through other means that bring you no benefit, bring you no money, bring you nothing. You want people to pay you to access these sort of things. So I just don't understand. I don't understand what the end goal is. It's really disappointing, especially because I love Nintendo. It's my favorite video game giant. Not, I mean, I'm not a Nintendo fanboy, of course. I'll shit on them all day. But it's wild to me, man. It's wild to me that they keep making these decisions. Even Sony, when they said they were going to stop supporting the PlayStation 3, I believe, yeah, the PlayStation 3 and the PS Vita stores, they even backtracked and they're like, okay, we see you, we hear you. We're going to keep up the stores for the foreseeable future. I mean, Microsoft has a great backwards compatibility. I mean, great in parentheses, in quotation marks, but it at least they offer something. At least there's a way to access these old games. At least there's a way for you to keep your old games, throughout the generations. And Nintendo is just refusing to do this. Like, I just don't understand why the virtual console wasn't ported from the Wii U, forward. Why is it not on the Nintendo Switch? Why are you not giving us the ability to access this legacy content and giving you more money? You just compare the amount of users between the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. How many of the Wii U users bought games on the virtual console? I'm sure there were quite a few. Now, triple that, quadruple that with just the amount of new users there is on the Nintendo Switch, it being your biggest selling console and you not giving fans access to legacy content, which, believe me, a lot of Nintendo Switch users are returning users. People who grew up with the SNES, people who grew up with Nintendo 64, the GameCube. The Nintendo Switch brought a lot of those people back to gaming, including me. I would love to be able to access this legacy content, these classic games. And Nintendo just shutting off the eShop for the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U is just disappointing. It's disappointing. There's no reason behind it. I don't understand. I wouldn't be able to believe you if Nintendo would tell me like it just costs a lot of money to keep up the servers or whatever network or whatever system they got behind those stores. It just costs a lot. I cannot believe that sort of thinking, that sort of mentality, because in the long run, it's going to be more cost effective just to keep these shops up. Or if not, porting everything that you got on those shops over to Nintendo Switch, which is your most successful console. Why wouldn't you want more people to be paying for these games? Like, honestly, like, you want people to just pirate these games. You want people to emulate these games because there's no other option. There's no other option to play these games. Like, I'll never be the type of person who promotes pirating, who promotes emulating of any sort. But when companies such as Nintendo give you no other option, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do, man? Honestly, just shameful. It's really shameful, really disappointing that Nintendo has decided to go through this. I don't know if they're as receptive as Sony with as far as the backlash they received. There's a lot of backlash with this decision, but it's Nintendo. They refuse to listen, and I swear to God, I think they just hold on to very antiquated policies that I just do not understand why. I do not understand why. I don't know why they hate their fans. I don't know why they refuse to expand their reach. I don't know why they refuse to expand their accessibility to these games. I just don't get it. So, in conclusion, fuck Nintendo, man. Honestly, I love Nintendo, but I love their games. But this sort of decision just really disappoints me. It makes me a little bit sad. Not gonna lie. But folks, yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of want to keep these search reports a little bit more compact, more bite-sized, so to speak. But yeah, I'm excited for what the future, regardless of these sort of announcements from Nintendo. But as far as games on the Switch, I'm very excited. I can't wait for the future of the Switch. I don't know if we're gonna get a next iteration. We're already on the 5th year of the Switch, but I don't know. This is around the time you start hearing actual credible rumors or news about the next generation of consoles. But I don't know. I honestly think that the pandemic kind of put that like a 2-year delay on the next iteration for the next console from Nintendo. So I think the Switch has still a long way to go. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the games that are coming for it. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. There's just a lot to look forward to. But folks, I've been TrueFernie. If you like this video, if you're watching the video version over on my YouTube channel, please give it a like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Also, please listen to us on the go on Spotify. Just search for Search and Report. Our logo is a Game Boy with the word Search and Report on it. I can assure you, we are the only gaming podcast with the name of Search and Report. So we're easy to find. Additionally, join our Discord server where we talk anything and everything gaming, anime, TV, movies, anything that might interest you as my viewer. But folks, follow me on Twitter. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. That's where I spend most of my waking hours. Follow me on Twitch as well. Try and stream regularly, but you know how I be, being an adult and shit. But folks, please take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourself. Nintendo, why are you pushing me to emulation? I hate it. I don't got a nice ass computer, man. I can barely run fucking Halo, man. I mean, I could probably run Super Mario Sunshine, but that game's broken in essence. So, all right, whatever. Peace.